Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. All right, I am preparing to do my December overview, and I am using the I am using a spreadsheet from Tara with Journey to Wisdom and Wealth. This is what I typically do to just get a general idea of how much money I'm expecting to come in December and what bills need to be paid in the month of December. And if there's rollover, then if we're rolling it into January, then I can kind of keep track of it here. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Caprina, and I am a budgeter on a journey to save for retirement, just be a good steward over my finances, pay off debt, do all the things that we should be doing with our finances. So if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that like button so that you will be notified every time I upload a video. All right, let's get into it. So for the month of December, I am expecting $6,678.83 to post to my account. That just sounds so amazing just saying it. Like, that just sounds wonderful. Um, because I remember a time when I used to wish that this much would post to my account. Okay, so let's get into it. I am I have two jobs. I have a full-time and a part-time job. So that's why you see second job. And what I was doing, like last month, I did my main job and then I did my part-time. For December, I decided to just do because I get paid every week, whether it's for my part time or my regular full time job. I did it that way so I can kind of track what's happening each week and track the dates as well. Now, if you decide to purchase this spreadsheet from Tara, hers comes as a simple budget. I just had to critique to for me, and that's with anything that anybody does. But I loved her spreadsheet. I loved how she always balanced and how she always would come straight down to the penny. And I used to always tell her that. And I still tell her that. It's amazing to me. But I'm figuring it out because this spreadsheet actually works. It's also with pen and paper, everyone has to figure out that particular paycheck sheet or budget sheet that works for you. All right, so let's get into it because I'm already going on 3 minutes in the video. Hopefully, you haven't clicked off. All right. So for my mortgage, it will go towards my January payment. Um, I split that in two. So we're gonna do 850 here and 850 here. And then for my electric bill, I will pay that on this check. That's 234.01. Because what I did realize is I was thinking the other day, actually this morning, not the other day. I got the second job to build up my savings as well as pay off debt. Well, somewhere along the way, I have been paying off debt and I haven't recorded a debt update video, which I need to do. Somewhere along the way, I've been using these funds to pay bills. And I get it, times change, things happen, and I have to use some of it. But the main goal was to um, build up my savings and pay off debt, as I said. And what I catch myself doing is eating out more. I subscribe to other subscriptions that I find myself spending that money instead of doing what I had intended on doing with it. So that I was like, yeah, no, I got to regroup, refocus, and get back on track. All right, TV streaming is 29, and I'm going to do that here. So I'm going to try to do what I should be doing, which is budgeting my funds using my main two paychecks and not really using the second job. Let's see how that goes. Okay, cell phone. I did pay my cell phone using some of my rollover money from November because I had 362.61 rollover from November. So I did use that to pay half of my cell phone bill. And then when I get my check next week, I will pay the other half. Internet is due on the 25th. Why does it say the 21st? It's not due to the 25th. I think I just copied what what was there before. And I'll pay that on this check. My Apple Family. So my subscriptions, what I did was I set up all my subscriptions to post to one of my or to get charged to one of my credit cards, and then I'll just pay that credit card off. So I am going to use this check to pay these subscriptions. Peacock. All right. So next is HBO Max. This and this are the only two things I bought for Black Friday or during Black Friday weekend was HBO Max and Disney Plus. HP Inc. will go here. Now that, if you notice, has increased. It was originally like $1.54, but what I did for what I'm doing for 2026 is instead of buying a planner like I do every year and only using the planner for halfway through the year or three-fourths of the way through the year, I decided to go into Etsy, go back through some of the purchases I've made, figure out if there was any expense trackers, anything that I could use to create the planner the way I wanted it. CapCut, $7.99 after my little story time. Canva is $15.99. My car insurance will get paid. I think I have to pay it on here. So I am going to use some of that rollover money and part of this other check because if I take that and this, that's $472.99. I only rolled over $362.61, so I will use some of that to pay those two. The ring plan will go on that card. Identity. Oops, no, Amazon. Amazon is 15. That'll go on that card. Identity IQ, YouTube, and then I have life insurance, which is split over these two, and that goes into a totally separate account. So that's those two. So far, so good. And the reason you see these two highlighted is because I'm thinking of canceling this, and I'm definitely canceling this one. All right. We'll come back to only debt payment that I really want to make sure is my AC loan, which I pull from here because of the bank account that this money posts to. And then my car payment, what I would like to do is split that in two. And yes, I know I just said I don't want to use this money, but I got a trip coming up. This debt, I'll come back to the rest of those debt payments. All right, let's go to my variables. Grocery, which is 300. Um, I think I need grocery. I think maybe I'll do 100 here. I'll be out of time. 9, 75 and 50. We'll see about that one, but that gives me my 300. Dining out. So dining out, I am going to put most of this here because I probably will dine out more so while I'm away. And then I could do, I really need to reel it in, you guys. I spend too much money eating out, and that's been my issue. Um, what if I do 20 and 20? I probably won't eat out much there. Household, if I need anything, I'll get it this week. Nope. I'll do 30 here, 30 here. Giving automatically is 100 here and 100 there. Hair appointment. Okay, so hair. I got my hair done yesterday, and let me tell you the blessing. So about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, I got my hair done by my beautician, and I sent her the money via Cash App. So when she called me, she goes, "Hey, don't forget to send me the money." I'm like, "I sent it to Cash App." She goes, "I don't have Cash App. It's Zelle." I'm like, "Oh man." So I sent it to Zelle, and then I went into Cash App to try to get it back. You know, I could try to do a refund request and all this stuff. Nothing. So I called them for like 2 days straight. They were like, "Oh, she got it. She pulled the money out already." Da 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 da. I'm like, "No, she did not. She's not that type of person. She wouldn't take money from me twice." And I'm going on and on and on, fussing with them. So yesterday when I got my hair done, I said, "Which one do you have, Cash App or Zelle?" She was like, "Zelle." I said, "Because I Cash App you the last time. I tried to pull the money back. It wouldn't come back, Cash App." I said, "I was arguing with them." So she's like, "Hold on." So she went to her Cash App on her phone. She goes, "Well, I have $55 in there." I'm like, "So you have Cash App?" She goes, "I don't use that." But she didn't realize the money was there because she doesn't use it, so she never clicked on it. But we were able to take that money that was there, resend it back to me, and then I was able to Zelle it to her. So I was so happy. So now I can take this money and put it to the next time I get my hair done, which will probably be here, right before I get ready to take off to the A, to the A. All right, lawn care. Let's do here because he will probably come right before Christmas. Gas, I do 40, 40, 40 every time I get paid, no matter what. And then 140 here because I will have a rental car while I'm up there. My spending, let's put 50 here and 25 here. All right. So, spoiler alert. Once I finish, I think this is what's going to be left over. So let's see. Because I recorded this, I don't know how many times. Anyway, this is my sinking funds. And I want to, how much am I? 160. So, because I'm supposed to use this for savings, let's move all of that over here. 5, 5, 10, 5. And I'm just typing, not even telling you guys what I'm doing. But you can see holiday gifts is 10, planner is 5, planner is 5, personal vacation, which means me time, is 5. Graduation for when my son graduates college, hopefully in the next 2, maybe 3 years. Car registration for next year. Yearly parking at work is next year in August. Self-care is $5. Car maintenance is 50, and passport is 10. All right, so I'm going to use that to come out of that check. And I don't, what the heck is 14? I don't know what that was. Okay. So that's that. And give for, someone gave, I think I heard Tara. She's got, I don't know what, I was watching one of her videos or listening, and she said a peace of mind. And I don't know if that's what she was calling her savings or what, but when I tell you that name stuck, and I was like, I love it. But I don't know what she was talking about. And I was like, okay, emergency, abundance fund, yeah, all that sounds good. But just a peace of mind to know that I have something saved for anything that happens. So Tara, girl, listen, we both gonna have a peace of mind because I loved it. I absolutely loved it when she said it. All right, so 50, 50, 50, 50, and 50. Every time I get paid, that's an automatic. And 30 and 30. Okay, so now I'm at 1399, which means I have some other bills to pay. Those are my sinking funds. Variables are done. All right, so debt, debt. Mindy's budget was like destroy the debt. All right, upgrade is going to come out of here because remember, this extra money or this second job is for savings and paying down my debt. The other 150 can come here. Capital One is due on the 6th. That will come out of here. And this, I'm not putting anything here because I used this card to pay T-Mobile. So once this money posts to my account, I'll just pay that card off. I use this one too for my subscription. So once they all post, which is usually at the end of the month, I take that money and pay that card off. Car payment is done. This will go here because I don't do it till the end of the month. And I'm off by 10 bucks. 10, 10. Yep, right there. See? That's why I do this at the end. All right, so that's dining out. Maybe I'll just put 160 here because if I'm going to be in the A, I probably will spend a little more. So remember when I said spoiler alert? Somehow or another I'm off, but because of that Um, 14 cents that was sitting there. Okay. So I am going to Atlanta, like I said, to see my son, and I just need to get my hotel as well as the rental car. So I'm just going to say miscellaneous because that money is going to sit for that purpose because I wanted you to see how I was using this spreadsheet. But this is it. Like I said, so I did purchase it from Tara with Journey to Wisdom and Wealth. I critiqued it and kind of made it mine. Like I know she uses Google Sheets, and she does it as a simple budget. It's called a simple budget. That's what it is. If I move this out of the way, you see it. Simply a simple biweekly budget, but I'm just a little extra sometimes. So I went in and I made it fit me. Did I say that at the beginning of my video? Did I say that? Maybe I did. Anyway, and I added in like my goal sheet. I added in this annual budget that I'm going to try to do this year. I added in my debt snowball, and I can't see what else is there because this thing is here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I added in my debt snowball sheet to it. But I absolutely love it. I love it, and I change the colors every month because it's just me. All right, so that's it, guys. This is my December overview. I will still do my paycheck budgets on paper and use it in my planner. So you'll see how I'm setting up my planner for um, going into 2026. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really, really appreciate you. Now let's see if this one works. Let's see if this one works. All right, guys. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.